Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Richard Liu.
And I'm Julia Vanderkolk.
And welcome to your BNN News Show.
This week we'll be showing you more on student parking,
AP testing,
and the ice show. Recently, Columbus North has been having issues with student parking. See more about the issues.
every day, hundreds of North students, faculty, and parents drive their way to school. Recently, however, this has left one lot in particular feeling quite cramped: the athletic lot. BNN spoke to senior Ashley Holliday, the parking supervisor, Mr. Johnson, about the issue.
If we're talking about the east lot over here off of Maple, that lot, the student portion of that lot fills up about 25 minutes till 7, about 6:35 or so. And then basically, students are forced to either park on the street or go to the north or drive around the block until I go in and do my job.
There's literally never open spots in the main lot of the athletic lot unless you're super early.
Recently, BNN went outside to check the status of the athletic lot. What we found? A completely full student lot and roadside parking. However, just right next to the school, there were 6 empty spots in faculty parking. So what justifies faculty having empty spots right next to the school while some students are forced to park 200 or 300 yards away from the school entrance?
Right now, we have to have more staff spots than what we might have staff in the building at one time, because a lot of our staff teaches part-time here and part-time elsewhere. So there has to always be open spots for staff that's traveling at different times.
And surprisingly, students who park in the athletic lot agree. It isn't so much an issue of needing more parking for students as it is for some students to move their parking.
I don't think it's really fair that some people park there when they don't ever do sports or have classes on this side of the school, so.
Senior Natalie Teo also weighed in on the issue.
Students just park there to, I think, just so they can see their friends or something, so they don't really have a reason to park over there. It could be easier for them to park maybe out in the main lot.
There are a lot of parking spaces in the main lot. The athletic lot's a lot smaller, so I think it's just an issue of kids think it's cool to park there. I mean, it's just a parking spot. It doesn't really matter.
This is Richard Liu reporting for BNN. North students are in the thick of AP testing season. See more about how they've prepared.
AP testing starts on Monday, May 1st. Junior Joel Carroll gives us tips on what to expect and how to prepare.
The strategies that I use, usually just making sure that you study every day, make sure if there's a topic that you're not sure on, just to go over it and over it until you understand it. The AP test usually, the questions are made to be difficult, but if you understand the basics, then you can get through the question, as long as you have the knowledge of it. I know that a lot of teachers tend to have practice tests or days that you can come in and do some preparation, and I would take those opportunities to do that. They're definitely very helpful, and again, they go over the things that if you're not quite sure about, then you'll get a handle on.
Junior Sasanka Kondapi describes his experiences with AP testing.
Well, usually, teachers will usually give you something, but don't stall on one question for too long and try and go through it quickly. Go back after you're done and make sure you're right. I'd recommend eating healthy, sleeping well, and studying a lot, a lot. I would not recommend playing video games till 2 in the morning the day before the AP test.
For additional AP help, visit the North Library or collegeboard.com. This is Keith Wilson reporting for BNN.
The annual ice show was last weekend. Here's more about the show.
This past weekend, North skaters took to the ice in the annual ice show. Hundreds of spectators flocked to see them perform. BNN spoke to seniors Mackenzie Geckler and Hope Manley to learn more about what happens behind the scenes of the ice show.
So most people start practicing around January, February, and then we soloists have to skate 5 times a week from January, February to the ice show, which is the last weekend in April every year. The small groups that skated also practice approximately once a week from February until the end of April, and the same with the large power groups. We have a 30-minute practice every week where we choreograph and practice all of the power numbers.
I skate 5 days a week and 4-ish hours a day. So then I started doing my solo around December. Usually we start in February, but my coach was pregnant, so we started a little earlier.
For soloists, there's other higher level tests that you have to pass to be a soloist if you're an underclassman, or even in middle school or younger. But all seniors get solos every year.
I like performing and competing the best and showing people what I can do and the feeling of being on the ice by myself.
This is Richard Liu reporting for BNN. That's all for today, Bulldogs. I'm Richard Liu.
And I'm Julia Vanderkolk.
Have a great weekend.
If you would like an announcement on the show, please email us at nhs_communications@bcsc.k12.in.us. BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by American Music Company.